This is the Holy Shekel Crypto Gematria Bible Code Scan for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. It's also Yom Sheni, which means the second day of the week. In Israel, Monday is the second day of the week. Yom Sheni, the 21st day of the month of Av, and the year is 5786. The Torah portion of this week is Re'eh, and the Daf Yomi for today is Chullin 96. And Tuesday is Yom Shlishi. Tuesday is Ethereum. And Ethereum has a connection to Tuesday because in English Gematria, which is a cipher that I use very often, and some people call it standard English Gematria, some people call it English ordinal Gematria. The cipher is that A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, etc., up until Z, which equals 26. 1 through 26. There's 26 letters, which is an interesting idea of the alphabet. 26 letters. It's like the name of God. And Ethereum is Tuesday because in English Gematria cipher, Tuesday equals 95, and Ethereum also equals 95. So there's a connection there. And the Ethereum price for today in US dollars is $1,863.56. And it was checked at 4:58 p.m. Israel Daylight Time. And in shekels, which I always go three currencies, dollars, shekels, and euros. And so, again, the dollars USD was 1863.56 for the price of one Ethereum, one Ether. And that translates, it converts into 5,606 shekels and 32 agorot. And for euros, it's 16, 16, and 64. So 1863.56. So 56, the cents, sometimes I don't use those. 56, it just could be anything that you think is 56. It could be why, because, equals 56. Anything you can think of that equals 56, that's what it is. Okay, English or Hebrew, La Hashem, 56. Or it could be Nun Vav, or it could be, in English, it could be the name, I think Denise is 56, I'm pretty sure. 56 is also Wolf. 56 is, again, the word why and because, both equal 56. It's very interesting. Okay, so that's that. But 1863, the Bible Code Scan, it brought up a verse. Let me go to it. So the idea behind this is kind of like I'm using the crypto prices as a, you might call it random number generator. So the price, and I'm holding to the idea that it's not random. There's actually some, it's by design. There's actually some intelligent design to it. Although I've yet to find an example that would prove that. I'm very, very strongly looking for things like that, but I haven't found it yet. It's just a hunch. It's just a intuition. But I'm going on that premise that there's an intelligent mind behind the crypto prices, and whoever's designing, the creator of the world, in other words, God, the creator of the world, also regulates the crypto prices. That's what I'm going on. And if that's the case, then the numbers that come out would lead to a specific verse in the Bible, in Hebrew. And then that would be somehow connected to today. And over a period of time, things would start to connect in some kind of a very meaningful way over time. So, and it all starts with just the prices. Okay, so the price for Ethereum is 1863. So there is a database that I have that you put in any verse of the Bible, of the Torah, and it will give you its numerical value. It's already made up. It's like, I'm sure you can do something like that with AI, but I tried doing the match with AI, and it's not so simple. It can mess up. You need someone who actually knows Gematria, who knows what they're doing, and to go each verse. In this case, it was myself. But I took a whole year off doing it. and the whole 2017, every week I did every verse of the Bible. I took it and I put it in the calculator myself. I got the result, and then made a system, a program where you have them all now. You can actually type the number in, it brings the verse, or you can put the verse in and it brings the number. So 1863 equals a verse in Genesis, and I'll read it in Hebrew because that's where the number comes from, is in the story of Jacob and Esau, when Esau came in from the field, he was hungry, etc. We all know the story. So the verse says in Genesis 25:31, it says, Vayomer Yaakov Michra Chayom et Bechoratcha li. Genesis 25:31. Jacob said, first sell me your birthright, or sell me as this day. Chayom means like this day, which is interesting. It might be subject to much interpretation and explanation, but not for here. But the point is that this verse equals the price of Ethereum today. I don't know about you, but I just get a kick out of that. The fact that the price of something equals a whole verse in the Bible. And if you knew enough verses and enough numbers, you could literally be reading reality on a moment-to-moment basis, because you'd know all the meanings of all the numbers. If you got a price for an airline ticket, it would be telling you something. If you paid a price for anything, if you bought any purchase, and you know the number, even something more simple, more mundane, like sports tickets, sports events, scores, lottery numbers, they can all be discerned. And so, okay, now as far as the shekels, which is 5,606, there's no verse in the Bible that has that number. So the agorot is 32. 32 could be rabbi, could be Jim, Dave, Arm, She, Lev, and whatever 32 is. Okay, so now we're at the euro. The euro is $1,616, euro dollars and 64 cents. So 64 could be test. I think it's Yehuda, Israel, Peter, Barry. Okay, that's 64. And now 1616 is a verse in the book of Exodus, chapter 21. It's in the Parshat of Mishpatim, or HaMishpatim, as it's written. Okay, and it's talking about the Hebrew maidservant. And I'll read just the verse that it is, without going to all the things, but it might be a little bit out of context, but I'm just reading for what it is. This is Exodus 21, verse 9. It says, "And if the master designated her for a son, he shall deal with her as is the practice with free maidens." That verse, "Im livno ye'adena kimishpat habanot ya'aseh la." That verse equals exactly the price of Ethereum in euro dollars today at this particular time. That's why when I check it in 1 minute, I checked it a minute later, the cents could change, or maybe the dollar, it can be, even a dollar difference. So this is all very much like I guess the word maybe serendipity, but synchronicity, or something like divine predestination, maybe, sort of theme to it, that wherever I am at any given time, it's within God's plan, and these prices are determined by God. And the fact that I sat down and I had time and pressed click, and then there was a 1 minute before, so I said, okay, let's wait a minute, so I'll have a full minute. All of those factors are factored in, which would bring these verses on this day at this time. And that's the premise behind this work, this experimental work that I'm doing called the Holy Shekel Crypto Bible Code Scan. This has been the Crypto Gematria Bible Code Scan for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, and the 21st day of Av of 5786.